Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Cassandra and this is my second I think sit down video wherein I will be sharing with you topics on adulting. I am a thriving 26-year-old. I'm actually turning 27 in a couple of months, and I have been living by myself since I was 22 or 23 I think. And I thought I might share with you my experiences about solo living. And I have created or posted a content on my podcast, says Spotify. It's Adulting with Cassie, and the title of that podcast I think is The Background and Perks of Adulting. I am recycling that and putting it here on a video format, so hopefully it'll be more appealing to my audience. And also, naka-makeup si Mayora today and I feel like filming because the lighting is good, so I hope that helps too. And I will be having my phone over here from time to time. I'm gonna look at my notes so I will not be derailed. Yeah, so much for that. So that's my intro. And right now, okay, just to start off, giving you a little bit of a background. I am living alone in a house. I'm renting a house in Bacolod City, and my hometown is San Carlos City, which is approximately 95 to 100 kilometers away from here. But I don't have any clothing items I think in my aunt's house or in my mom's house. I am officially like living on my own now, but I don't have my own house yet, hopefully in future. And I am working for a private company. I'm employed full-time, and I also am currently trying to finish my master's degree in business administration. And part-time jobs, I work as an English tutor, ESL, and also I am an independent life insurance advisor. So I also am licensed to sell insurance policies. And yeah, that's what I do. And now I'm trying to start my own YouTube channel. And I told you about my podcast earlier. That was actually a quarantine baby. I created and started my podcast August of 2020, and I haven't not created any content. I think this year I just haven't had the chance to really put something together and for my podcast. But anyway, okay, so that's me, and this is my current living situation. This house was bare when I rented it, so everything that's here is mine except for the structure. The house and the lot is not mine. Anyway, so this video actually is about the perks of adulting. But you know, adulting is not to be completely romanticized, because it has its pros and cons. But more than the cons, it's really the pros that you get out of living independently. Pero yeah, just to put it out there, and it's not a perfect life. It entails so much responsibility, and at the same time it gives you so much power and freedom. So to begin with, or to start, the first thing that I feel, or I feel like the most important thing that living independently can give you is the sense of control and freedom. You are your own boss. You are your own boss. My time is my own, and I do whatever I want. I come in and go. I come and go as I please, and I eat whenever I want to eat. I eat whatever I want to eat. And these days I haven't been really eating, or haven't been really preparing food, because I don't know, I don't feel like it. So compared to as when you're at your parents' house, you always have to follow the rules, and you always have to consider them in everything that you do. And back in my family's house, I didn't really have my own room, so I shared a room with my auntie, and for some time I also shared a room with my lola, which I don't mind at all. I mean, I love them, but now ever since I started living alone, I had this space, this all this space is to myself now, and I will never ever trade this for anything. The freedom in the space that I have right now is something that I really value and treasure, and I will not let anything take this away from me. Like, I don't know, it's just the best thing that you can ever have, your own space. Second is you will be able to learn the discovery of, or the beauty of solitude. To be honest, in the house, I am, most of the time, 80% of the time, I am naked. I walk around naked because, I don't know, it's just so liberating. And I mean, no one's gonna see me anyway, and having to put clothes on, it's just too much of a hassle. And plus, I do my own laundry. Sometimes I bring my laundry to the laundromat, but most of the time I'm really comfortable doing it on my own. So as much as possible, I try to minimize the clothing that I use, you know. And plus, it's so hot here in the Philippines. It's always like 30 degrees and above, so, you know. A third is you also become self-sufficient. I am proud to say that I am not relying on anyone right now when it comes to finances. Like, I pay my own bills, I buy my own food. Sometimes people treat me, but ultimately I can take care of myself, and I am also able to take care of my family. This is not to brag, but you know, I think I deserve it. I think I deserve it because I worked so hard to get here, and yeah, it's all paying off now, and I'm actually really, I think, 100% self-sufficient when it comes to that. Emotionally and mentally sufficient is another topic that I'd like to get into in the next videos. But for this one, living alone, financially speaking, I am fully self-sufficient, and you will only be able to learn if you can be self-sufficient if you really actually put yourself in that space, in that situation. And I don't know, once you've proven that to yourself, you will come to a conclusion that you really don't need anyone to I don't know, what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but you don't need anyone to, like, you need not to be with someone in order for you to put food on the table, to pay for your bills or whatnot. Because girl, you can do it all on your own, and you just have to trust in the process. And also, of course, you need to be really responsible with your finances, which all comes with the adulting stuff. And those are the parts of it, the bits of adulting that really is not to be romanticized. But you know, the process of being financially responsible is also equally very, very challenging, and you can sometimes maybe look at it as a fun way of, you know, trying to develop yourself. And next to self-sufficiency is, lastly, but I think one of pinaka-strong man point of solo living and living independently is having the time to get to know yourself. And most of my life, I just want to read this to you because I think I've written this so well. Most of my life, I was wired to make sure that everyone around me is okay. And now is the time I make sure I too am okay. It's not always as easy as it sounds. And human as we are, we're very quick to judge other people, and sometimes we are doing this unconsciously. It's like an auto-generated report from our brains to have a perception of someone and maybe of something. But it rarely happens for us to auto-generate the same report about ourselves. True, right? Not to worry, because this is actually a sign of normalcy. Normal isn't good enough though. It's when you're beyond being normal that you become more. And in order to become more, we need to know what we have. Taking an inventory of our lives is the first step before we can effectively draw a plan for tomorrow. Living alone gives you this opportunity to connect with yourself and develop the best earthly relationship that you can ever possibly have. That relationship is your relationship with yourself. You know, I can go on longer about the list of things, the pros about living independently, but I think those are the four most notable pros of living alone. For me, based on my experience, one is that you become the boss of your own. Second is, okay, discovering the beauty of solitude. Third is self-sufficiency, and lastly is getting to know yourself. I always say this to the younger ones that I work with, the ones that I'm trying to mentor at work. I'm encouraging them to experience, if they can, or if they have the capacity to live alone, to experience that before, you know, getting married or settling down with someone. I know that in the Filipino culture, we are, especially for women, we are expected to live with our family until such time that, you know, we get married, and then that's the time that we do bukod. But I am strongly in disagreement with that, because that doesn't allow you to actually experience being with yourself, you know. I think for the most part, what this living or solo living has given me is the ability to understand and know that I am a person that can thrive and survive on her own. But at the same time, of course, I need my community, my support system, my family, and in future I will be, of course, needing also to, I just believe, you know, this is a social construct that we go through these stages in life, and we go to school, and then we get a job, we try to live by ourselves, and then eventually we find a partner in life, we settle down, we get kids and all that. Those stages are actually what society tells us that how our life should be, these social constructs. But it depends, you know, it is all different for each one of us. Some of you people may be happy on your own, or with a husband, with kids, with your nephews, with your nieces and all that, but that may not necessarily be my idea of a good future. So it's different for all of us, but it is important that we know what's best for us, and we know what we are looking for, looking forward, looking towards, working towards. It's important that we visualize that, so our decisions are guided. And this is also me in the process of knowing what I want my future to be like, and the visualization of that future. I am in that process. I'm already turning 27, and I am still super excited with life, because I know that life has a lot to give me, and I just feel so blessed and super excited, and so much looking forward to tomorrow. But I'm at the same time enjoying the now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you picked up a thing or two. I know I'm a little bit, I don't know, I always say this in the videos that I've published. I don't do a lot of editing in my videos, because I don't know, editing is just, it's so kapoy. And but I hope that I made sense and you've picked up something. Thank you again for watching. I hope to see you again next time. Don't forget, stay sane, kind, and confident. Bye. Mwah.